panagdait sa tanang kabuhatan. For today's video presentation, I will be presenting the lesson 2 of our module 3. And this is entitled Leadership and Career Opportunities in Sports and Fitness. Now, we are done with the sports, the different examples of sports, the stress management. Now let's proceed to the career opportunities in relation with sports and fitness. Unsay mga possible nga trabaho under sa sports and fitness. Now, sports leadership. There is no exact meaning or definition of leadership because we have different perspective, we have different insight of what is leadership. Some might say that leadership is an act that brings about an expected response. Let's say you are a leader and then you have a members, so you expect a response from your members. Others might say that leadership is the art of motivating, influencing, and persuading, while a few might view leadership as the way who inspires subordinates and directs them to do certain actions. Subordinates. So as a leader, you have a subordinates, and it is your job, I guess, to give them direction on what to do. So, muna siya mga klase-klase nga definition of what is leadership. Now, let's proceed to the careers in sports. Many people are interested in working in the sports industry without really knowing a great deal about the career options that are available. The question then is how to convert this passion into a fulfilling career in the sports industry, because passion will not feed you. Okay? So, to be practical, once makatrabaho na ka, makagain na ka, or manana kay salary, no? This will be our topic about the careers in sports industry. Now, step 1, you need to conduct a research. Okay? Step 1 is siya in finding a career in sports. Step 1, you have to research. By doing research, you can gain knowledge about the business side of the sports industry. Okay, ang sports is not just about, in the sports industry, it's not just about playing. Business gyapon na. Okay? Now, for step 1, these are the sources of your knowledge, no? Or dili ka makagain og or source sa imong research. First, we have the sports business journals. The SBJ or the sports business journals gives insight about the deals, contracts, trades, and boardroom interactions that regularly occur in the industry. It provides the readers with the breaking news that are crucial to decision making and to the success of an individual or sports organization. Kay diri sa sports, kaning mga journals, diri man na i-feature nila ng isa ka successful nga person, ana nga field, or organization, ana nga field. So, this might be your source of information about your research. And magazines and newspapers. Of course, this is very common source. It is crucial to keep track on current stories about the sports industries, and reading up on the sports section of magazines and newspapers is a good way to track such stories. Kay kanang magazines and newspapers naman ay section diha nga for sports. Diha na i-feature ng mga players, mga coaches, organizations, teams, no? Books. Books may not, again, ang katong kuan ay ang katong magazines and newspapers, updated ni siya, no? Okay, updated magining newspapers. For books, it may not contain the most updated and current information in the sports industry, but they can still be a reliable and valuable source of vital information related to the sports industries. Kay kanang mga stories sa mga legend, no? Legend na sa sports in that specific sport, dili man na mulaos. So, books can be a source of your information. Organizations. Another good way of obtaining relevant information is to follow established and reputable sports organizations. You can keep track of an organization by checking out, among others, its website, media guides, and social networking sites. So, kanang mga organizations, like for example, PBA, there is a Philippines, for basketball organization naman na siya. If you love basketball, then kana i-follow na sila ang website, social networking sites, no? For you to gather information about basketball, or kanang sa mga television, ipang feature man na diha kana na may channel nga for sports lang, na apoy news nga for sports lang. Conferences. Learning what is happening in your desired field by listening to presentations by professionals and experts in that particular industry will give you a ton of vital information. Conferences. So as much as possible, attend conferences, seminars about sports para makagain kag information on what is really happening, or what is the reality inside sports industry. Okay, ang kana ato makita sa TV usually kay mga positive or mga good outlook sa players, sa teams, but deep inside napo na sila yung mga struggles. Associations. An association of expert pertaining to your field could be an excellent source of information. An example is the Samahang Basketballista ng Pilipinas, if you're interested in getting involved in the basketball industry in the Philippines. So, kanang mga associations. Okay? You can also follow associations ng kanang pang-international like NBA. Okay? Or FIBA World Cup. Okay, step 2. Again, step 1 is to research. You conduct research. And then step 2, conduct informational interviews. Once you already know the information about the desired career that interests you, the next step is to perform an informal interview to find out relevant data for an eventual personal informational interview. Okay, kanang na knowledge mo na gain by means of reading, maybe that's not enough. So you need to conduct informational interviews. And kinsa man usually ang ibang pang-interviewon, katupong nanay experience sa industry. Okay? Or kanang mga well-known nga mga players, coach, teams, organizations, representative ato nga mga organizations, pwede na nimo ma-interview. And here are some reasons for you to increase the probability of closing an appointment for an informational interview. So, mao ni siya ang mga reasons or that can increase your probability to have an appointment, no? You conduct a class project, or you do research. Let's say in research, your topic is all about sports. I mean, a research paper, gina. Your topic is all about sports. Particularly, this topic will fall into qualitative type of research, wherein you need to interview someone to gather data, to gather information. So, nakahimo ka og research, naka-learn zad ka. And here are some means to secure that appointment. Unsay buhaton nimo para maka-secure gyud kag appointment? First, by contacting the alumnus of your high school, college, university, or institution. Kung kani nga person nga imong interviewon gikan ani nga institution, so you need to contact mga alumni ani nga batch, ka batch ato, or mga admin kung ato siya gikan nga school, no? By contacting a family friend, let's say a friend, ang imong interviewon nga person nga nanay experience sa industry is friend or family sa imong friend. So you need to contact your family friend. And being referred by a former employer, and being referred by a faculty member from your high school, college, or university. So kato mga recommendations gikan sa imong former employer or sa imong teachers before. And then once the appointment has been set, you need to prepare well on how to conduct your informational interview. And here are some points to remember. Treat each informational interview like a gold mine. Kay ang kanang mga information, every information nga ihatag, it's very important. So treat each information like a gold mine. Prepare extensively. Make sure you do not ask questions whose answers are already common knowledge or available online or in libraries. Remember, preparation shows that you are diligent, serious, and respectful of the allotted time you have been granted. Kanang mga questions nga, personal questions. I mean, questions nga about gid sa person, about sa experience, and then you have to ask a follow-up questions kung unsa ra pud toy about sa iyang na experience. And then tailor fit each question for each person whom you are meeting. Okay, last step 3, look at the big picture. Anyone who intends to pursue a career in the sports industry should take a look at the whole industry, always keeping an open mind about different sectors and other job opportunities, not only locally but globally. Doing so is an example of looking at the bigger picture, and it should be done with appropriate self-assessments and aptitude assessment tests. So look at the bigger picture. You can dream locally or globally, no? Just work hard on your dreams, and maybe you can reach what you desired. And that would be all for your activities. I've already posted your activities in Genu. You have 6 days to answer that. I hope you learned something today. See you next week for another video presentation.